ComicsPriceGuide.com presents Tales from the Geek. I am B, the Dova Queen.
I'm Mads.
And our dear sweet Erin, the mechanic, cannot be here today, but we'll miss her, sending her love from afar. So, comics.
Today we have the very long-awaited series, Defenders #1. It is written by Bendis, so you might know from like Civil War II, like Avengers vs. X-Men. He wrote a bunch of Daredevil back in the day, so he's a really big writer at Marvel.
Yeah.
And David Marquez, who did the art on Civil War II. That's what they worked together.
Yeah.
They worked together before. I thought it was really good, and it had everything you would want from it. And it's good because this is the first time these characters have actually been together as the Defenders.
Yes.
They've never actually been a real team. So, and there's this one part where Daredevil's like, "They should know we're working together. They should call us something." And they're like, "No, we don't want that."
No. So uncool.
It's about Diamondback, the Luke Cage villain, is back.
Okay.
And he shot Jessica. So now they're all trying to be, they're like, "Oh, you messed with us, you messed with everyone."
You're going down.
So now they're all trying to find Diamondback. It had some really funny parts. My favorite part was when the characters are introduced. Sorry, there's like a script, like an eye catch of them. So they'll be, it's like if they were introduced in a TV episode, they're like, oh, that's Daredevil, and then he's like, Daredevil, and like poses.
Oh, that's
and then
great.
it's got a bunch of his like characters around it, so I thought that was really funny. I enjoyed it. Pick it up. It's the start of a new series. It's gonna be like very popular, so
yeah,
pick it up. The next one we have is Kill the Minotaur #1.
That looks so cool.
It is a straight retelling of the Labyrinth Minotaur tale from ancient Greek history. It's Greek, right?
It is Greek.
Yeah,
yes.
it is Greek. It's not Roman.
No.
It's a straight retelling. They change a little bit of things, but just like small things. So
yeah.
I think they might change more things in the future. I'm not sure. But I thought it was really good, and it had the art's very like expressive.
Yeah.
They have really cool faces.
That's one of my favorite stories. Like,
yeah.
I remember reading it as a kid and thinking like, well, and I know like the Maze Runner is kind of like a
Maze
play
Runner
on
is
that,
like a thing like that, and so is like Hunger Games is kind of.
Yeah.
And when people are like, Hunger Games ripped off Battle Royale, I'm like, but
there's
people have been
always
doing kids having to compete against each other for ages.
It's just
it's a
thing.
thing.
It's a thing.
Yeah. So read it. It's an
Yeah.
Image title, so.
Nice.
You know it's gonna be good. The last one we have is Shiny. Shiny. It's Dark Days: The Forge. It's a one-shot, but I think it's a one-shot. I'm not sure. I had it in my mind that it was a one-shot.
Yeah.
It is a follow-up to the Death of Hawkman series, which I don't think anyone read. I read it, but like most people didn't read it, so you might have to read that to understand it a little bit.
Maybe a little confusing.
Yeah, maybe a little confusing, but it's about Batman, and he's been looking for like this metal at the center of the earth, and there's like he's been keeping like the Joker underground or something, and I had no idea what was going on, but it was really good, and a lot of characters that you haven't seen in a while are in it.
Cool.
So like Mr. Terrific's in it, so is Mr. Miracle, so that was really exciting.
Yeah.
I thought, and the cover's shiny, like how can you pass that
I
up?
like the art itself too. It's super.
Yeah, it's by Andy Kubert, who's like doing a lot of great stuff. He's doing the Peter Parker the Spectacular Spider-Man series soon. Yeah, so. There was something I was going to say. Oh, it's the start of a new event called Metal, and Dark Days Metal. So there are a bunch of like one-shots and everything, and I think there's going to be tie-in comics. Not sure, but so if you want to be in on that and you like Death of Hawkman, definitely read it.
Check it out.
Yeah. So news.
Or honorable mentions.
Honorable
first.
mentions, yes.
Let's not give up on the honorable mentions.
There are some Looney Tunes crossovers coming out this week. Martian Manhunter, what's the other Martian Looney Tunes name? Marvin the Martian. Yeah, Marvin the Martian. There's a crossover for them. There's a crossover with Bugs Bunny and the League of Superheroes. So that's fun. There's also a #1 for Image that I can't remember the name of. It's got Graveyard in the title.
Okay.
So like Wargening Graveyard or something, so look out for that. I flipped through it and it was really gory, so I think it's kind of a horror book. There's also, this is not like a super popular title that's coming out, but the trades for Motor Crush and Mother Panic are coming out, and those are two of my favorite series that are going on right now, so definitely check those out. The trade for Image is $10, for Motor Crush as an image book, so it's only $10. So check it out.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, those are my honorable mentions.
Oh, man down!
Man down! Oh, it's fine. We have a bunch of these.
Okay. News time, guys. This is my favorite time of the year. E3! Oh my gosh, there's so many little anime moments we've had today.
Honeymoon kiss therapy.
Kawaii. Okay. Anyway, yes, so much E3 news, but first, because this is extremely important, rest in peace, Adam West, dead at 88. Legend, love him. I don't know. I mean, of course, recently in the years, people know him from Family Guy.
Yeah.
Mayor, rest in peace. But
he was on. I knew when I was first introduced to him, it was in Fairly Odd Parents. He played like a Batman character in Fairly Odd Parents. So that's how I knew him. And he'd be like, "I'm Adam West."
Yeah.
I was like, "You are Adam West."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I know my parents were like, "Dude, Batman."
He was the first on-screen Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
rest in peace.
Yeah, our thoughts go out to his loved ones. And now into E3 news. Okay, let's start out with the biggest news. I mean, in my opinion, I think it's kind of big. Xbox One X is the most powerful console that will be on the market. 6 teraflop GPU, guys. That's insane.
I don't even know what a teraflop is.
That's processing power. It's going to be great on 4K TVs. So that's exciting. Liquid cooling vapor chamber to keep it nice and cool so your system doesn't overheat on a long bender. That's pretty awesome.
A long bender.
A long bender. What are we doing today? I feel like
we don't have Aaron,
is
so
not
we're
here
like,
to
what
ground
is
us.
going on?
Yeah, exactly. But we'll have, they'll have 42 games available. 22 are Xbox exclusives, so be on the lookout for that one. I know I'm buying it when that comes out, so that's gonna be
save
fun.
up the money.
So in game news.
Todd Howard wasn't even there.
No, he wasn't.
He lied to us.
Lies and
Todd.
Deceit.
Bethesda.
So, Bethesda, Evil Dead 2, crazy cool. Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, which looks amazing.
It does look really cool. It's sparking some debate online though, so I was like, don't look at the comments on the trailer.
Don't do it. And then DLC for Dishonored 2, which I just finished this week, and it is awesome. And now I'm like, I need more.
Well, you're getting more.
And I'm getting more, but it's about the death of the outsider. And I'm like, but he's like the coolest character.
I know,
so
I was
don't do
like,
that.
right before that happened, I was like, but I want to kiss the outsider.
I know.
And,
I actually
then,
just ordered his Funko Pop. It's coming in the mail.
and
It'll
then
be
they
here
were like,
tomorrow.
and they're like, death of the outsider. And I was like, why you gotta do me like that, Beth?
Why you gotta do that, Billy? Why you gotta do that, Billy? And then Skyrim coming to Nintendo Switch.
For the 20th time.
I know, they just keep on.
They keep on releasing
doing it,
Skyrim.
like, but now you can play Skyrim on the plane, which I think is pretty cool. Not to mention coming out in VR because
Everything needs to be VR these
to be
days.
on VR.
Yeah.
So that's it for Bethesda. Ubisoft, Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay, guys.
You
heard
remember?
it. You remember. You heard it here first. What did we say? We said Egypt.
We said it was Egyptian themed.
And sure enough,
it is.
It's Egyptian themed, so you're welcome. Heard it here first.
Bringing you the first.
Bringing you the breaking news. So
live from Dragon's Lair.
Austin, Texas. Not E3.
Not E3.
Maybe one day. One of these days. And that's gonna be awesome. I saw some of the gameplay. Looks super cool. Unmistakably Assassin's Creed, but there are some new, really like Far Cry feelings in there.
Yeah, I definitely got the Far Cry feel.
Yeah, so and not to mention Far Cry 4 is coming out. That's a different story. But then we have Beyond Good and Evil 2, The Crew 2, and then South Park Fractured But Whole, which is going to be hilarious because it's South Park. So that's awesome. For Sony, they announced God of War. I mean, it wasn't announced, but they showed a little more. Detroit Become Human, which looks pretty neat. Days Gone, and then other notables from other studios. Now this one, Anthem, looks like a cross between like if Iron Man was in Destiny. Like
That's
together.
interesting.
Like they're in super suits and they're going around, but then they have to be in the suit in order to fight like what's outside on the planet to defend humankind. I don't know. It looks really cool though. I know my boyfriend is super excited about that one. So that's more of his style. I'm more like story driven.
Yeah, me too.
But
that's why I like Kingdom Hearts.
Yes. Sad face. Kingdom Hearts gameplay came out, but still, of course, no release date.
Yeah. But it was still a gameplay trailer. Like at least they gave us something. Thank you, Squeenix.
Yes, thank you, Squeenix. And then
they never hear that.
They never, ever. State of Decay 2. If you're into the zombie, that looks really neat.
Yeah.
I have a good friend who's into that one. I know he will be super excited. And then Middle Earth: Shadow of War. Another really, really great, there's just so many really, really great new games coming out. It's just kind of dying. Dissidia, Final Fantasy also.
Yeah. I'm excited. Did they do the Final Fantasy thing today? Like the 40th anniversary thing?
I think that is today. I think they said Tuesday.
I did not watch it because I was at work.
So
but,
no Nintendo news, but maybe we'll cover that next
But I was
week.
excited for the Final Fantasy anniversary thing.
Oh yeah, that looks great.
Yeah.
And then Vampire looks pretty crazy. It's like Dishonored, but you're a vampire, kind of. That's what it is.
And you guys know I want to be a vampire.
I'm ready. So that's all in E3 news that I could squeeze into this small little time frame. Woo! Movie news. Avengers 4 will be Captain America's last movie appearance, apparently.
Yeah, he extended his contract of one more movie so that he could make that movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Chris Evans. Howdy. What is your ranking for the Chris's? I can tell you mine.
Pratt, Pine, Evans.
What about Hemsworth? See,
that's
the opposite of mine.
My friends are totally about that. I'm like,
mine is Pine, Evans. They're kind of really close together. Hemsworth, Pratt.
Oh, dude, I love Pratt.
Yeah.
Because I'm a big Parks and Rec fan. So.
Well, he talks about hunting a lot, which I'm not really into. So that's why he falls last.
I didn't even know that.
that's our Chris. Ranking.
That's the Chris ranking. Woo.
We'll have to ask Erin next week what her Chris ranking is.
Yeah. Tune in next time.
Comment with your Chris ranking.
Comment with your Chris ranking below. Or if there's like a Christine out there you really like, put her down there. Christina Hendricks. She's great. Put her down. Anyway, so on to, actually this is kind of cool. So the authentic R2-D2 unit that was used on Star Wars sets, not the little costume, but the actual standard unit.
The robot.
The robot.
Yeah.
Is going to be coming up in an auction starting at $1 million.
$1 million.
So if that is your thing and you got money, go ahead and do that. That seems pretty cool.
If you're a rich nerd.
You're rich enough. Why not, right? Oh my gosh, Black Panther trailer.
It was so crazy.
So cool.
I am so happy that we knew Eric Killmonger was going to be the villain, but I was so happy to see Michael B. Jordan be him. He brought emo back from the dead.
I'm so excited. Just the whole trailer.
It looked so good.
So great. Can't wait for that one. So Game of Thrones episodes are going to be even longer than they already are.
I already feel like 20 years when I'm watching them.
So the standard Game of Thrones
is 55
minutes, and now they're extending it to 80 for the last few episodes.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. Some of them are still going to be 55 minutes. Some are 70. It looks like it's going to be...
a little loosey-goosey.
Yeah. But I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'll watch it. I'll watch it happily. And then, for my hipsters out there, Stranger Things soundtrack coming to a cassette near you.
To an Urban Outfitters near you. On cassette.
On cassette near you. Yes, you heard it right. Just when you thought the Stranger Things fad was dying, boom! Cassette. Bring out your Walkmans. Let's listen to some
You can't listen to cassettes on Walkmans? Yeah, you can. Yeah. No, I was thinking 8 tracks. They should release the soundtrack on 8 tracks.
Have a big boombox.
Yeah.
Break dance on some cardboard.
Very ambient.
Very much so.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's all we have for today.
That's all for us. To our Shivs and Giggles ladies. See y'all next week.
I Hi guys, so I just got back from a Cos Sketchers event, which is this event where they have a bunch of artists come in and invite a bunch of cosplayers in. They have the artists who want to practice their figure drawing draw some of us people in cosplay. Very different sort of event, actually. I wasn't totally sure what to expect. It was the first time I'd gone, but everyone there was really nice and welcoming, and yeah, it was just a nice little event. So, sort of how the schedule of the evening went. Each cosplayer would strike a pose, and then they would have a timer going for how long the cosplayer wanted to hold the pose. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and that was how long all the artists had to sketch whatever they wanted out of that pose. And when time was up, cosplayer got to draw their pose, and you move on to the next cosplayer. I want to say most people did about 10 minutes. One person did 15, and then I was the very last one of the night, as the store was closing down, so I only did a little 5-minute pose. So there were 4 cosplayers there. Each of us did 2 poses, and then so they had the 4 of us do our first pose, and then there was a little intermission, and then they had everyone do their second pose. So modeling for figure drawing is very different than modeling for like cosplay photography. Some of the things I learned, when you're modeling for someone drawing, you hit that pose and you have to hold it for 10 minutes. So you want to make sure it's a pose you're comfortable with. I didn't totally think about that. So the picture, the first pose I did, I was actually supporting myself with my whatever muscles these are. They're kind of like mashed potato-y muscles. I think those are triceps. And yeah, I held it, I think, up to like 7 minutes, and then I was like, sorry guys, and reset. But yeah, got it through the 10 minutes. My arms were so dead. So dead. Another thing you don't really think about is a lot of times if you're taking pictures, you want to be smiling in a lot of the photographs. It just makes you look happy and engaging, or that's what you do in pictures in the United States at least. And you can't hold a smile for 10 minutes. I mean, maybe you can if you have superhuman face muscles. But yeah, I started out smiling for the first one, then I was like, that's not gonna work out. So yeah, generally for those drawings, you aren't gonna smile for the entire time. But yeah, with when you're being photographed, you want to like hit a pose, hit a pose, hit a pose, and because you're drawing and you have that one pose, you want to make sure it's a good pose, so that the artist can get what they want out of it. So one of the artists I met tonight, his name is Chris Beaver. He is a illustrator, layout artist, animator, and a pretty okay karaoke singer. And he can be found at Art by Beaver. Super cool guy, super nice, and I got this picture of the drawing he did of me. Yeah, so check him out at Art by Beaver on Instagram, and also look for him at your next convention. I think he said he was doing Bell County Comic-Con next. Not 100% on that. But yeah, cool guy, check out his art. And I think one of the cool things about this Cos Sketchers event is this idea that you never create in a vacuum. That, I sound like such a hippie, but you can, when you're creating a costume, there's a little bit of art in it. Art and engineering, but art in like the creativity it takes to create some of these costumes and like the little intricate details. And I think it's super cool to have your art inspiring someone else's art, and just how it builds off of one another. So if you've heard everything I've said and you're like, oh man, that sounds super cool, I want to do that, there is a Cos Sketchers group, Austin Cos Sketchers group on Facebook. You can look it up, ask to join, and they will have the deets about the next event. Yeah, they're generally held at Half Price Books on North Lamar in Austin, or Dragon's Lair off Anderson Lane in Austin. So if you're in the area and you're an artist or a cosplayer who maybe wants to do that sort of thing, just look for the Facebook group. Or I guess you can message us on our Facebook page or Instagram, and we can shuttle you in the right directions. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.